Hiya, a few people have asked me about zips and how I put zips in, so I'm going to show you a basic zip, which is just like straight in on a cushion. So I'm going to make a cushion whilst I tell you. Okay, hold on. My finger's in there. A zipper foot. See how it's got like way less bulk than your average foot. So this allows your presser to keep the tension, but in this little tiny gap here that runs alongside the teeth, and then it doesn't jam up on the teeth of the zip and cause your needle damage and stuff. So it holds it in just the right position. So you do need to zip a foot if you're going to put in zips. Now on these, I'm going to move it. You can position them to either side, and hold on, yeah, to either side. So I could click it on that side, or I could have easily clicked it on the other side, but I'm clicking on that side because I always work to that side. I'll turn things over and stuff rather than... So that's the foot. Turn it on a minute. Normal stitch length and all that you'd normally use, but obviously always a zipper foot. Right, so these are two pieces I'm going to use for cushions. James the Giant Peach fabric. It's going to be for my son's bedroom, and he's having a kind of multi-themed bedroom. So I always put zips at the bottom. Here's a zip. This is a, like, you can have, it comes off a roll and it has loads of pulls on it. There's only one pull on it. Right, so what you want to achieve is a zip that basically ends up with a nice edge on it like that. So to achieve that, what I do is, fabric's right side up, take your zip right side down, so the zipper is facing downwards. Line up along the top. Here's my pins, and then pin it all the way across. From one end to the other. Now when you start sewing, you'll see that there's a bit of a pattern along the edge of the zips. It's just where the fabric's woven, the zips inside. You'll see there's like a bit of a thicker band in the middle, and that tends to be what I use for my guidance line, really. It's about a quarter of an inch in, which is generally about the seam allowance most people use for most items. And I'll use it for this one. Right, so like I said before, normal stitch length. I wouldn't go too fast and stuff, you don't really need to, but line that up a minute. Okay, so I'm all set up to go. So you position the presser foot so the zip lines up. And what should happen is this bit will run along the edge of the teeth of your zip. And just sew like you would normally sew and go right the way along. Keep it nice and flush and all that. And this is going right on the quarter of an inch line all the way through. It sounds like my tension's a bit off, but it isn't. Okay, so if you get to where your zipper pull is, keep your needle in a down position, lift up your presser foot, and just move your zip pull down so it's now behind your presser foot, so it won't get in the way, and then keep sewing. No, it really isn't happy. What have I done? I love it when these things happen, you're recording, and that was a tension issue. Let's have a look-see here. Just going to trim off where it went a bit wrong. And they're great when things go wrong live on camera. Not wrong, just playing me up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put that zipper foot even further back. Get my fabric nice and flush again. Make sure it's all feeding through properly. It is, so it just probably was just, go back to where it wasn't disturbed and start again. No, I think, do you know what it is? I knew what it is. I think it's because I had redone my bobbin thread earlier and I didn't fully wind it, and I said I will rewind that later. I'll just do enough to finish this project, and I didn't rewind it. So that's just pure laziness on my part. Mandy Hawk. See how you go make yourself some more work? You didn't really need to. You should have just checked your bobbin thread, but you thought you knew better. Right, let's rethread all of this and make sure it's correct. Okay, that looks like it's okay. Pulling through okay. Let's try again. That way up though. Okay, one of those days today. Yep, just needs to be rethreaded and put in place. There you go. So I used to panic when things like that happened. Oh my god, what have I done to my machine? I don't know, Mandy, you just haven't threaded it properly. Right, so I'll put that side of the zip in. So that is now all sewn in place. I've got so many threads over me now. Okay. Looks nice, doesn't it? Now, what I normally do is, to make it nice and neat and tidy, is I top stitch along that band. So you fold it back and then you just top stitch all the way along. So I'll go from this side because the tip, I like holding it. No, I don't, I prefer this way. What did I do that for? Okay. Right, so fold it back over. You're folding it over like that, so the seam is pressed back towards the cushion, away from the zip. And I just hold it in place. Make sure my zip goes past it. All the way to the end, and then you repeat the process on the other piece of fabric. And then you just sew the 3 other sides around, and you've created a cushion. Okay, so I love them. Anyway, I don't like anything. So bottom end again. So I always put the bottom end facing away from me so I can see it properly. So if you imagine you now want the zip it to be, so I can show you properly, you want this zip to be sewn like that so it's matching. So that means you need to put the right side again along the bottom edge. So what you do now is make sure that your ends, your sides of the cushion line up. So obviously when you sew it into a cushion, it will sew into a cushion. And pin all the way along. Nice and flush, make it nice and tidy. such a nice beautiful day out there today, but that was quite warm. I've still seen people put on coats on. I think, gosh, we're going to get sunshine for a minute or two. Enjoy it whilst you can, get some sun on your skin. There you go, well done. Right. You can go from either side as long as you know where your pillar is. But I'll do on the bottom. Same again. Except I did change it back to the other side. So I'm lining up for the other side and I haven't. God, Mandy, your fingers and thumbs today. I'm coming up to the presser foot. So push it down, lift up my, I said presser foot. Coming up to the zipper pull, so lift my pressure foot up. I'm going to pull the zip up past that bit so it won't get in the way. All the way to the end. There we go. So that's your zip in. Your zip is in. Worst bit to do. After this, it's all easy. Right, so she says, again, we're going to top stitch to get it all nice and neat and tidy. Come on, that's it. You can of course pin it in place if you want to, but I don't really mind. I'm quite used to holding the fabric stable now. But use those pins, they are your friends. Now when you sew the two sides together, you need to have your zip open so you can, if you're going to sew it right sides of the fabric together, you obviously don't want to end up not being able to open it. So I do use lots of pins here because it makes sense. So open your zip, not all the way, you don't want to whip it off the end. So I push it so the teeth are that way. Get my pins over, pin all the way around the outside. And then on the other corner. Now also, I think about cushions is, when I buy the cushion pads, say it's a 16 inch, I'll make it a 14 or a 15 inch cover. If it's an 18 inch, I'll probably make a 16, maybe a 17 inch, depending on how much stretch there is in the fabric, because when they come, they're all kind of bunched up, and when they get used, they flatten out a little bit. And if you do it dead on, say you buy an 18 inch cushion pad and you make an 18 inch cover, it kind of goes off and gets a bit loose, so you kind of need that slightly smaller just to give it a bit of firmness, otherwise it kind of ends up getting all sloppy and horrible. Just turn my foot pedal over. Right, so you do have to be a little bit cautious at your start at the beginning, start and the end, sorry, because you have got your teeth. The teeth of your zip are going to be there. And you can of course cut them out if you want to. Just snip a few of them out so they're not in your way. You just do that, like you could just like cut it a bit of an angle. So say like, if you know, I'm just going to cut it there because I don't mind. But if you wanted to, you could take a couple of teeth out and you still got a bit of fabric to hold it. But I don't think it's really that necessary. So that's my excess cut off. I go behind, put the zip behind it, get your 1/4 inch. I do go a bit small on the old stitch length just because it's a bit tighter, and I reverse nice and slow, and then I've gone back and forward over the zip teeth. I'm going to speed up just a little bit. You go around the 3 edges now, don't you? 2 corners. Through. Get your corner nice. And when you've done this, you obviously cut your corners off so the point's nice and clean. These would be nice for Mother's Day. My children have made them for my dad on Father's Day and stuff. Grandpa Day. And for my mum, for Nanny on Mother's Day. And they've designed them themselves with like a little PKs and stuff on them, and quite often they prefer to get like the fabric pens and draw pictures on and stuff like that. I think it's quite a nice keepsake, isn't it? When you plus it's comfortable, and if you choose a nice fabric that matches the house or the decorations and stuff, it is a bit practical as well. Right, so now at this end I'm going to do the same thing again, approach the zip slowly, and then go back on myself to secure the zip in place. That's it. Nice and good. Right, now here comes the magical bit. You've made a cushion cover. Right, chop the corners off so you can get those bits nice and flush. Cut through your stitches, or else it will unravel. Right. My hair is getting everywhere at the minute. There you go, basic cushion cover with a zip pattern, so you can take the cover off and wash it whenever you need to. I love James the Giant Peach. I've also got this fabric in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so I'll make a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory one to go with it. Come on. He's going to have a teepee in his bedroom. I'm making all different like floor cushions, and I've done some clouds with thunderstorms and stuff in it to make it a bit interesting and a bit of variety. But I thought some nice cushions on the floor. You see it on Pinterest all the time, don't you? It looks really nice. Here's my cushion insert. Corners nicely. Oh, and it goes. Zip it up. Got tufts of thread hanging out there. Let's get rid of that and that. There you have it. James and the Giant Peach. Basic cushion. No, nothing fancy, no piping. I think you could obviously put piping on the corner, around the edges and stuff if you like. But that's how I put a zip in. Can you see it? It's ever so bright with the light coming in the window. There you go, look. It's a bit better. So yeah, nice and easy. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my video, please like my video and subscribe to my page. And if there's anything you want me to do that I can do and I can show you my way, I'm not saying it's the right way, it's just the way that works for me, please give me a shout and I'll do my best. Thank you, bye.